So Steve Perry's been going back into isolation. You believe that, right? Well, stop it. We'll talk about that coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve Perry News.
Hello everybody, it's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. Got a few things to say. Don't stop believing in Steve Perry. And quit being a doubting Thomas. If you're a doubting Thomas, stop it. Some people over on Twitter, I think, have been saying some things. You know, they're giving up on Steve. It sounds like, you know, he's been gone for like a week from the spotlight, so it's over, right? Even though he said he's not going back into isolation, he promised his late girlfriend that he was not going to go back into isolation. He says he's got new music coming out. You know, he's talked about a tour, but some people are like, this is it. You know, his album was like number 60, I think. You know, it's dropping out of sight, and people are, oh, you know, I think those kind of people, God bless those people. They're the kind of people that see like a storm cloud, you know, it's about this big, and they go, it's going to rain. Give up on everything. You know, the picnic is over, but it's not over. Steve came a long way. I mean, of all those years, he came back after all those years of no music. He didn't think he was ever going to sing again and ever record again, and then he met Kelly, and everything changed, right? So he didn't climb that big mountain to give up. He didn't go through all that. Didn't make those promises just to call it quits after a few weeks in the spotlight. I mean, it's not even been a couple of months. All this happened so fast. You know, we were talking about the whole summer about Steve coming back. People doubted then, and then he comes back, and then people started doubting. You know, the second he stops doing interviews. You know, but so don't be a doubting Thomas. Don't stop believing. That's the thing about believing. You keep going, even though it looks bleak sometimes. But it's not looking bleak. He's taking a little break. He's talked about tour. We're waiting to hear about that. I was even looking at some Ticketmaster spots online for tickets. You know, they've already got his name up. You know, that's not saying a whole lot, but that gives you some hope, you know. That makes you start thinking he's got to be touring soon. You know, something's got to be coming, you know. But I'm believing, I'm hoping he's going to do it. You know, hasn't said officially, but I'm hoping that he will. And so there you go. You know, we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for some things to happen, and still waiting. But that doesn't mean that you have to give up just because there's a little bit of quiet time. That's kind of like life, you know. Things are going your way, and then nothing's happening for the good. You don't just give up because it doesn't happen. You wait until things start to happen. But when people have said, you know, they're not going out of, into isolation, not going to go back into it, you got to believe that, right? And I think a lot of people are taking what Steve has said and doubting that. But the things he didn't say, it's like that's written in stone and they're making it the truth. So it's kind of confusing to people. But the thing is about Steve, you know, he went through a lot of stuff. He expressed himself in this album. He's not going back into isolation because that's like the most important thing in his life, you know. Well, it was Kelly. That was his most important thing. But the promise that he made to her, he's not going back on that. So you can guarantee that he'll be back very soon, hopefully with a tour also. And by the way, if you haven't already, check out my new video series, Music History Moment. I did it on Sam Cooke. Very interesting video, and it hasn't really taken off yet. I think people are used to seeing me do Steve Perry, so they don't know what to expect. But don't miss out on it. Go check it out. It's a cool video segment. I'm gonna do some more very soon. So who am I going to talk about next? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be cool. But anyway, don't be a doubting Thomas. Don't stop believing, everybody. This is Gary Stuckey. God bless you.